Hey everybody, my name is Michelle, and in today's video, I'm just gonna get right to it because I am so super excited. I typically live paycheck to paycheck. It's been like years and years and years that I've been living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'm not complaining because at least I'm able to pay my bills, right? But when I tell you, I typically am not able to stuff my cash envelopes with more than, say, maybe 500 something, something of that nature. Sometimes it's a little bit more, but today I am cash stuffing over $700. Like, you don't understand. That might not seem like a big deal to some people, but it's a huge deal to someone who have, one, lived paycheck to paycheck, and two, had so much debt. It's like even when I stuff my envelopes, they're empty that fast, like that fast. But December, God was good to me. I received a gift from someone, and I don't even understand how this happened, but my paycheck was well over $300 more than it normally is. So I'm just grateful. I'm not going to milk the gift horse in the mouth. But I get paid twice a month. So it does tend to vary sometimes. Like, the 15th and the last day of the month of February, that check usually sucks the last one of the month. So what I like to do is prepare in advance for, how I am going to have my money during that time so that I can reach all of my bills. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the backstory, but this is my January tracker. Normally, I just open it up and let you all see my budget and stuff. But I'm going to do that, but I'm not going to do that in this video. Today's video is all about the cash stuffing. And so let's get to that. Okay, so here we have all of my bills, my 50s, my 20s, my 10s, my 5s, and my 1s. Eventually, I'll get me a nice little pretty tray to display all of this stuff in, like you see all the other YouTubers that do these budgeting and cash stuffing videos. But you know what? That is low priority. That's priority is the fact that I have this money and I'm able to stuff my envelopes. First off, this right here, this is $713. That is how much I will be stuffing. Well, sort of. Part of it is, well, this is the bank, and of course I had to white out my bank account information, but this is to show you how I went, and I deducted the $713, and these are the denominations that I gave the teller and how I got the money. In my budget for this month, what I did was the amount that I needed to stuff is coming from my December check, which remember I said it was like $300 some more. It's shocking because I was budgeting approximately $2,285 and it actually ended up being $2,582. I also finally got my payment from my side gig, and then my son's his money that that he gets from disability, and I include that in all the bills because I pay for everything. So we're not doing the budget part here, but you'll notice here $717.42 is what was left after I paid my bills. And from that, I'm only taking $200. So where does the other $513 come from? It comes from the gift that someone gave me in the amount of $1,000. It's such a blessing, and I'm still so floored, but I'm going to budget that money. But this is January. That amount is listed in the December budget. So these are my December denominations right here. What I did was I just totaled up what I was given, how I'm going to allocate it, as well as what I'm allocating from my paycheck. So I just totaled it all together, which is what the total is here in the amount of $713. So I'm gonna put this away for now. On a sheet of paper, I actually have it summarized where everything is supposed to go. And on the paper here, I I wrote it out. Groceries, 200, savings, 100, personal, 75, shopping, 60. You know, you guys know I never stuff shopping because I never have the money. Transportation, 58. I know that's a weird amount. It's just what was left. And I'm not really doing a lot of driving. This is really for fuel. Dining out, 120. My husband and my birthday is coming. So, gotta, you know, he may try and pay it, but I want to pay some too because he'll be 50 years old. Shh. Anyway, gifts, 25. Pets, 75. So what I have in my envelope right now is not much of anything. My personal, empty. Grocery, empty. Shopping, empty. Gas, I still had $12 for gas. Dining out, empty. Gifts, empty. Pets, even that's empty because my dog had to get a haircut. Savings, my savings bingo, I had to empty out for Christmas because I was short. And then I spent like $5 on some grocery items. But for the most part, there's only $10 left in this. But as you can see, everything empty. But not for long. So, like I put here on the paper, personal. Okay, so for personal, $75. I'm going to do groceries last because I did actually, after I took out all this money, I actually went grocery shopping to my spots, Whole Foods and Stop and Shop. And again, I know some people are like, Whole Foods is so expensive. Y'all, let me tell you, it really isn't if you buy their brand. But we could reserve that conversation for another video. But what we'll do is we'll start with the other. So savings, 100. Now, this savings that's 100, I'm actually doing some savings challenges. And I was thinking, I don't know how much I'm going to save during the challenges. So I'm putting the $100 aside. I don't want to actually count it towards my savings yet because I want to see how much I can save through the challenge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the $100 for the savings and I'm going to stick it here. I'm not going to put it in the actual totals as of yet. I'm going to stick it right here. That way I'll know like what I'm supposed to do once I do the savings challenge. It may be this 100. It may be more. It may be that I'm taking from other envelopes to fund my savings, but that's part of the challenge. And it's part of the Budget Mom savings challenges. In my budget, what I did was I determined what my allocations would be. And so with the allocations and then the cash envelopes, I decided I wanted $75 to be a 5, a 10, and 320. So let me do that properly because I think my denominations will be off if I don't do it that way. So I got 20, 40, 60, 75. So $75 in my personal. And then put the amount. So today is the 29th as I'm recording this. I'm just writing the word cash. So plus 75, and that leaves me with 75. And it's my goal to not really have to spend all of these amounts. Like even if I'm left with $5 at the end of the month, I'm okay with that. Because typically what I use personal for is laundry money. Personal is done. Savings is done. Shopping, $60. And in the $60 range, I chose to do a 50 and a 10. This is much harder to break, and that's the reason why I chose larger denominations. I am more reluctant to spend it. So 29 cash plus $60 leaves me with $60 stuffed. Next thing is transportation, $58. And in that regard, I'm going to use a 50, a 5, and 3 singles. So 50, 5, and then 3 singles, 6, 7, 8. So $58 is going to transportation. So today's the 29th. Cash plus 58. I already have 12. So that leaves me with $70. So 58 plus 12 is 70 combinations together. I just like to keep the numbers, you know, the amounts in the same, in order. So 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. And let me tell you, I drive a huge minivan because my son is in a wheelchair. So it's a wheelchair accessible van. And it requires quite a bit of gas. Dining out, 120. And for the dining out, I am using a larger denominations because they accept that at restaurants. 50, 50, 100 plus 20 is 120. It feels so good to go to a restaurant and pay cash. Like, even though nowadays with the pandemic, they don't want you to use cash. Some stores won't even accept cash. But where I'm going, they do. This is my first time ever funding this envelope, and it feels really good. I feel very, very blessed. Whew. Okay, so that's that. And I really hope I don't have to spend this whole thing when we go out, but you know, we'll see. Where I'm going is a little bit pricey, but we'll see. Okay, so that's funded. The next topic or the next envelope to fund is gifts. That one is easy. The denomination for that is a 20 and a 5. So take that. So now this finally has some money in it. And I hope to actually build this up throughout the year because I don't have anything else coming up. Like my son's birthday is coming, but I saved for that in a separate account and I'm giving him a big party. So that's different, but that's that. So that's funded. Then we've got pets. Pets is getting 75. I have an elderly cat and I buy him meds. And also my dog, she is a mess. She likes to eat the cat's food. We tried to get her not to, but it makes her sick. And so we have to give her meds for it. Also, sometimes she deals with like being a little dog, having bacteria, and she has to take meds for that. So I like to keep, you know, it's usually around $60 to $70 that I have to pay for it. So it's good to keep something in this. You know, she gets her haircuts like maybe once every other month, especially now that it's wintertime. She doesn't really need to get a serious haircut, but $75 for the pets. And for that, I'm going to use a 50, a 2, and a 50, a 20, and a 5. And look how much money I got left. 50, 60, 75. So I'm going to put this here. I'm so sloppy when I'm writing too. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping track. But you know, you do what you do. Some people are much neater. I, on the other hand, struggle with that when it comes to writing in this particular thing. I'm a little bit better in other areas. Like in my planner, I'm much neater. Okay, so remember what I said about the savings. Leave that there for now. I have 10 bucks there. Now, here's what's interesting. 10, 15, $16, and I have a few coins, but I'm going to put those in my piggy bank. So like I said, the reason I have only $16 left is because I went to the grocery store and this is what's left of the 200, which I'm not too pressed about it. Let me see. I have my receipts. I went to Stop and Shop and I spent $62. I'm sorry, I spent $64.52, $64.52. And at Whole Foods, I spent $119.45. I don't know if you want me to do a grocery haul. I would gladly do a grocery haul at Whole Foods. Let me know. Like I said, I buy their brand. If you can see on this receipt here, 365 is their brand, 365, 365, 365, 365, all the way down. Certain things I don't do, but most of it is all organic, and it's their brand, because I do prefer organic foods as much as possible. Like my coffee is $7.99. It's a bag. I bought 4 bags. I bought some Lily's chocolate chips for $6.99. Almond flour is a huge bag for $15. It's huge. And because I'm on keto, I do use almond flour and coconut flour. But yeah. So 120, might as well round it up. 120 and 64 is 184 approximately. I don't have my calculator, but 184, 185, 190, 200. So there you have it. So this will go in my grocery envelope, $10, $15, $16, which I will use this in the future. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stuff this here. Because I have $16 remaining, I'm not just going to put down like $16 on the sheet here. I'm going to, because I would like to see, you know, how much money I'm actually spending on different things. So let's move all this out the way. Okay, so today I funded this with $200. So cash of $200 brought me to $200. But then I spent $184. Is that what it is? 16, 6, 8, 9. Yep, I'm left with $16. So I spent, and I'm just going to put groceries. I'm not going to put like Whole Foods and Stop and Shop and all that. I'm just going to put the amount. So I'm left with $16. So let me minus that plus that. And there we have it. A fully stuffed envelope system. I feel really good about this. I never really have this much, you know, so it feels good to have all these things stuffed. Ooh, that's folded and crumply. We don't want that. We want everything to be nice and straight and neat. One day, guys, I'm going to open up this envelope. It's going to be so fat. And y'all going to be like, girl, you have come up. Ain't going to be no coins up in here. But that is it for this cash stuffing video. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, if you're like inspired, encouraged, whatever, what have you. I appreciate you and thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. God bless you.